very good, sir. And that is the, like, I have now a good person backing me. But now the question is, I don't have a finance. So I'll be using the name and I'll approach producers or the studios. Would you allow me to use your name? So he said, go ahead, take my name. I said, I signed you. He said, no problem. You take my name. This film has to be made, it has to be done, we have to shoot this film. This is a very important film. That was his word, So this is Rahman sir. And because of him, then people started approaching me. Oh, you have Rahman sir? I said, yes. He's doing music. I said, yes. Okay, so we are financing this film. We are producing this film.
Hello, Kishor. Welcome to DC Conversations. So first of all, tell us what Gandhi Talks is all about.
So it will begin with the title, Gandhi Talks. Which Gandhi talks nowadays?
Yeah.
A Gandhi which is on 500 rupees note. People after that Gandhi,
Yeah.
Talks on that.
Okay.
People are after the money, Then they don't want Gandhiji's thought. So they need Gandhi, but they need a Gandhi which is on 500 rupees note, the currency note.
Yeah.
So that's why the film title is Gandhi Talks. The film talks on a greed, on a corruption, but without dialogue. Honesty, truth, unemployment. So everything is there. Violence, everything is there. But there's no dialogue. And undercurrent, there is a Gandhi. So Gandhi is the witness of. See, Gandhi said, like, I don't want to see evil. I don't want to hear evil, right? बुरा मत देखो, बुरा मत सुनो, बुरा मत कहो. But Gandhi को हमने नोट पे बिठा दिया. And now he is watching everything. He is the witness of violence. He is the witness of corruption. He is the witness of, misuse of power and money. Right? So film is all about film talks about this overall thing, Yeah.
What made you trust silence as a stronger storyteller than dialogue in the movie?
It was not a decided, like, I want to make silent film. So when somewhere in 2000 I started writing the story. So previously it was titled as Money Matters. And when I finished almost 15 scenes, when I used to read those 15 scenes, I saw there is no dialogue. I have not written single dialogue, but I know what is going on in the scenes, right? So what as a writer I want to say, it's coming out without the dialogue. Now 100 years are completing. So in Indian film city, we have Indian film industry has finished 100 years, right? So I said, let's celebrate 100 years of Indian cinema with a silent film. So let's dedicate this film to the industry's, smaller to the smaller technicians. Dedicate this film to father of Indian cinema, Dada Saheb Phalke. So I sat on this film. I spent good 14, 15 years for the screenplay, and I finished screenplay in 15 years without dialogue. This thing, like, it's coming in, it's releasing now.
I don't know if you remember in 1987, there was a silent movie starring Kamal Hassan, which was called Pushpak.
Correct.
I don't know if you have watched it.
Yes, 100 times. 100 times.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, 100 times means more than 100 times. See, in 2000, there was one more movie got released. I think Tom Hanks, Cast Away.
Yeah, yeah.
He's stuck in some island,
Yes.
and he's alone. Nobody's there to talk. Then he creates all, images, and he starts talking to that those images. And at the same time, I've watched our great Pushpak also. So these two films now, these two films have a very good, very strong impact on me. And then these two films helped me and provoke me to write the Gandhi talks. Usually in Charlie Chaplin's film, you see cards, the supers, dialogue supers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This one movie, it's a masterpiece. The artist you must have seen. It got released in 2013,
Mm.
right? Black and white. So even they followed the Chaplin's format. They used dialogue card in between, right? Supers. But in Pushpak, there was no supers. There was
Yeah,
no dialogue card, right?
yeah.
So that's a very difficult filmmaking. That is a very difficult screenplay writing. So I followed Pushpak's format, and Gandhi Talks is a completely Pushpak's format. There is no dialogue card in between. Nobody speaks. And second thing, I I went far away in this film. I I I have not only the background score, but at the same time I have songs in the film. So there is a character. He has a radio transistor, and we like his transistor plays songs that becomes a part of the film or the screenplay. In Pushpak there was no songs, so
Yeah.
I went little because why songs? Um, you cannot imagine Indian cinema without the music. You're celebrating 100 years of Indian cinema, then you have to celebrate the music also. And I've seen the people's comment on the all the songs. They loved it, and they're talking about the AR sir's music. Rahman sir's music.
You think directing a silent film was creatively liberating or more intimidating than a conventional one?
Both,
Yeah.
both, both. It is more scary. It's a very scary. It's an interesting process, but it was a very interesting process. But it was a scary, you know, because आपको पता नहीं ना आप कहाँ पे कन्वे नहीं कर पाए तो it's very difficult, कि आप it was scary, but I we enjoyed the process because of the actors,
Mm.
because of the and because of A.R. Rahman's music. Because whenever I used to go on a floor, I before shooting, me and Rahman sir had a very long conversation. He said, "What you want from me before the shoot?" So I said, "Please provide me some music." So while shooting, I'll play the music. So I used to play music first. Then the shooting used to start. The actor used to start. So I have chose, like, there was a collection of background score. So I mean, like, thousand of music pieces I used to carry in my mobile phone. I used to carry the Bluetooth speaker on set. Okay, now before I could say action, I used to play music, and that process become very interesting. All the unit enjoyed that process. So
Very integral to the film itself.
normally when you shoot a dialogue film, your orders are like, roll camera, sound, silence. First you say
Yeah,
silence,
correct.
right? Word was not there. I used to say music, but interesting. Yeah, I enjoyed. Well, my audience will lose their interest, no, and that was scary. Your screen has to be, that powerful visuals, and visually the film is looking fantastic. It's very like it was fascinating, like, entire process.
You actually spoke to, I mean, first thing is, why did you choose A.R. Rahman? And when you spoke to him about your movie, what was his reaction like? Because his music carries forward the entire movie, right? So everything
Like,
depends on the background score. What did he have to say about it?
I met A.R. Rahman sir in 2021. It was not a, it was a virtual meeting. Okay. Rahman sir is a, like, and there are stories about Rahman sir, right? He's very difficult to meet Rahman sir, very difficult to approach Rahman sir.
Yeah.
So that story, like, that kept me away from him. Means like I said, okay, I will not touch Rahman sir's. I will not approach him. So before approaching Rahman sir, I approached 4, 5 big music directors, A-list music directors in the industry, but nobody gave me time to for the narration. I mean, like, they are not ready to listen to the story only. It's interesting, but silent film, who will watch? You know,
Yeah.
and uh, then one fine day, there is one lyricist, Alam. He wrote songs for Rahman sir. So I asked him, "Would you like to help me?" He said, "What help?" I said, could you connect me to Rahman sir?" He said, I will not recommend you. You just give me the synopsis. I'll just mail him. That's it. I
Mm.
said, okay, recommend, because I want whatever so I'm expecting whatever should be happen on merit, right? So
Yeah.
he said, okay. He mailed my synopsis, and very next day, or after second day, I got a call from Rahman sir. He said, let's meet on Zoom, and he gave me 1 hour, and in 1 hour he said, narrate me each and every frame, and whatever you have in your mind, you just narrate me. So I narrated him the entire screenplay with a storyboard, and then he said, I'm on. I would like to work on this film. So the next question from my side, was a very dangerous question, because see, इंडस्ट्री में ना कोई भी ना कोई भी एग्रीमेंट, लेटर ऑफ इंटेंट साइन के बिना काम नहीं करता है, राइट?
Mm.
So
Mm.
I told him, sir, you said okay, that's very good, sir, and that is the, like, I have now a good person backing me, but now the question is I don't have a finance, so
Mm.
I'll be using the name and I'll approach producers or the studios. Would you allow me to use your name? So
Mm.
he said, go ahead, take my name. I said,
Wow.
I signed you. He said, no problem. You take my name. This film has to be made, has to be done, we have to shoot this film. This is a very important film. That was his word. So this is Rahman sir. And because of him, then and then people started approaching me. Oh, you have Rahman sir? I said, yes. He's doing music. I said, yes. Okay, so we are financing this film, we are producing this film. And same thing happened with Vijay Sethupathi also.
Mm.
So because of these people, this film is seeing the limelight.
You are a Marathi director living in
Yeah.
Maharashtra. Uh, why did you think of casting South Indian actors like Vijay Sethupathi, Arvind Swamy? And how did they perform emotion without words?
How did they perform? They are the seasoned actor. ओके,
Yeah.
एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ा। उसके बाद जो उन्होंने किया, वो उनका है। मैंने सिर्फ उनको टूल्स बताए, बिकॉज साइलेंट फिल्म थी, और उन्होंने साइलेंट फिल्म्स कभी नहीं की है। करेक्ट है। विजय सेतुपति एंड अरविंद स्वामी, वाई साउथ एक्टर्स?
Yeah.
So same story. Almost for casting, I spent almost 5 to 6 years.
Wow.
I approached all the Hindi actors, सेम स्टोरी जैसे म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर्स के साथ हो रहा था, वैसे एक्टर्स के साथ भी हो रहा था, 2-2 घंटे का नरेशन देने के बाद दे यूज्ड टू से, अरे हु विल वॉच साइलेंट फिल्म, एंड अभी साइलेंट फिल्म कैसे पॉसिबल है? सो कोई उसके लिए तैयार नहीं था। देन अब सम वन ऑफ माय प्रोडक्शन guy said, sir, why don't you approach Vijay Sethupathi? I said, yeah. So let me watch his all films. So I watched his all the films in 1 week, and then I approached one of my one of our common friend, and I explain him, I narrate him the entire story on telephone because COVID was there. So he said, "Sir, I am on board. I would like to act in silent film. So it's a new for me."
Mm.
So how this is like this is the Vijay stories. So after casting Vijay, then Arvind Swamy sir was like I've मैं बड़ा हो गया उनको देखते देखते. So I have seen his all the movies. So I said,
Yeah.
okay, let's cast Arvind Swamy against Vijay Sethupathi. So, and there are so many Marathi actors, Hindi actors are there. It's a combination of all Indian. So that's why I told people this is an Indian film. This is not a Tamil film, or this is not a Telugu or Marathi film or Hindi film. This is an Indian film. I made an Indian film. There are Rohini Hattangadis. Hattangadi ma'am is there. Then Mahesh Manjrekar is there. So
Hmm.
all the actors are there in the film. Zarina Wab ma'am is there. So there are actors. So even for casting took a very long period because किसी को भरोसा नहीं था साइलेंट फिल्म के ऊपर. हमारी इंडस्ट्री की शुरुआत साइलेंट फिल्म से हुई है.
Gandhi Talks tackles greed and corruption. Did silence make these themes more confronting?
Yeah, because the corruption, greed, आप शब्दों में बोल सकते हो, ठीक है, बट साइलेंट इसमें आप कैसे कन्वे कर सकते हो कि दिस मैन इज ग्रेडी? सो आई यूज टूल्स, यू नो because we are releasing this film in 2025-26, right? So this is 26. We have mobile phones. मैं लोग पूछ सकते हैं ना, हाँ ठीक है ना, ऐसे बोल नहीं सकता, मोबाइल कॉल करके तो बात कर सकता है, यू नो. सो गांधी टॉक्स ग्रीड, करप्शन पे बात करती है, यस, और स्ट्रांगली बात करती है, एंड विदाउट डायलॉग्स बात करती है.
Talking about mobile phones, and there's so much noise around. So this is a very loud, fast cinema culture, right? There is a loud cinema culture right now in the world. So do you see Gandhi Talks as a risk or a rebellion?
Billion. It's a definitely, ab- and you cannot compare Gandhi Talks, a silent Gandhi Talks or any silent film with
Yeah.
a dialogue film. कंपैरिजन ही नहीं कर सकते आप, क्योंकि कंप्लीटली अलग है ना. सो इट्स अ
Mm.
रिबिलियन थिंग. ऑल क्रेडिट गोज टू जी स्टूडियोज, my producer partner Rajesh Kejriwal. So because they believed in me and story, and they said, okay, we'll back this story, film. So you cannot compete this film with and that see, understand one thing, why this film is silent. Somebody asked me why film is silent, so that there is an answer for your question. I said, see why it is silence, because violence, power, and money has a noise, and the honesty is silent. It's very silent. They don't speak. Puri film mein, I have used metaphor. Small, because undercurrent literature values are there. So मैं लोगों को बोलता हूँ कि आपको ना स्क्रीन सुनने आना है. स्क्रीन आपको देखना तो है ही, बट स्क्रीन को सुनना भी है. You will miss the next context of that scene in a very next scene, right? So we have made a very easy film, very easy. It is a very realistic film. All the character are realistic. There is no superficial things. Oh, ऐसे नहीं होता है, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? No, it is not there. You know. So, silent film definitely rebellion move है, and necessary भी है ना, because we came from we have a very long this thing ना, legacy of uh, films, you know, और बनना चाहिए तो it's a rebellion.
Last question. So this was also screened at Film Fest, right? What was the reaction like there?
In IFFI, we had a gala premiere for this film,
Hmm.
and we have a phenomenal response. We have got a standing ovation, and
Hmm.
a young people, they came and they said like, we have got an assignment in a film institute for a to write a 10-minute silent film. You wrote 2 hours film, silent film. Now we got the idea how to write a silent film. A whole week I was the star there. You know, people used to come and talk to me. Oh, how you made this film? You know. So in Ifigova, we had a fantastic screening and
Response.
fantastic. As I said, I'm after working on after working 25 years, we spent quality time on this film. We are far away from hit and flop. You know, I know what I made, right? So I'm very much expecting the appreciation, and I hope people will love it. You know, but it is not, again, it is not an experimental film. You know, it's not an experimental film. You'll If you watch carefully, you'll understand the film. You have to write your own dialogues then. Her, okay, so write your own dialogues then, and you'll
Yeah.
understand the each every scene. I made it very easy. This thing, it's not difficult. So you'll get people will get entertained. You know, it has a black humor. It's a comedy film. It's a black humor. I mean, like, see the actors now, Vijay Sethupathi. You must have seen the trailer or teaser of this
Yes,
film,
yes,
right?
yes.
So many things with the facial expressions, you know. His music gave us a brilliant colors to all the scenes, you know, all emotions. Because of because of because of Rahman's music, the film has a pace, you know. Painted the entire film with his background score, and it's amazing. And one name has to be mentioned, my cinematographer Karan Rawat. He did a fantastic job. And
Yeah.
you watch her. My favorite scenes in the entire film. There are two scenes of particular scenes of Aditi, and those are very close to my heart and very difficult to perform. Very close. This thing, you know, they are very close and they are not talking, but you'll understand what she wants to. She gets angry in one of the scene, you know.
Yeah.
So she performed so well. You'll find a different Aditi Rao Hydari in film. She's a
Lovely. Thank you so much for talking
yeah.
to us.
मेरा इंग्लिश सहन करने के लिए थैंक यू वेरी मच.